Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coach Mark Chambers again here from Chambers Training, and I'm here again at Morrow's Yard, where I'm getting ready to make video number 6 in my series on hitting. And today we're going to go a little bit more in depth on when I refer to separation. Okay, separation is one of the biggest areas where I see a lot of my students struggle with. And what are some signs? What are some signs that you have poor separation? Poor separation will cause hitter to pull pretty much everything to their pull side, whether it's third base side for a right-hander or the first base side for a lefty. Do they hit a lot of ground balls? Poor separation is usually one of the biggest causes for hitting a lot of ground balls because it sets in motion a very bad route to the ball. Does the hitter have problems hitting things on the outer half of the plate? Can they crush inside pitches but do very little damage to pitches on the other part? Okay, those are signs that you're not separating very well. Okay, and when I talk about separation, I'm looking for what happens. What does your body look like when your front heel hits the ground? Okay, heel plant is the exact time when the swing actually begins. Okay, when the front heel hits the ground. Okay, so when the front heel hits the ground, it doesn't matter what you do before then. That is the point where the swing is actually initiated. Okay, so at heel plant, okay, what we want to see, what I call a rubber band stretch from the front foot to the hands. It should look as if the hands and the front foot have gotten farther apart. Okay, so it should look something like this. And if you notice, my lower half has already started to turn while the upper half has actually turned a little bit the opposite direction. Okay, there is where we create that stretch. Okay, and much like a rubber band, when you stretch a rubber band and let it go, you don't have to make the rubber band pop. It pops on its own. Okay, so in the like manner, when you just naturally create more of a rubber band stretch, you naturally are able to create more bat speed and power because it just happens. Okay, so that's one of the things that I try to really get my students to do very well because it will be a game changer. Okay, and so I'm gonna show you today a couple of the drills that I use to help try to reinforce better rubber band stretch or better separation. Okay, so the idea again is that when your front heel hits the ground, you want to feel as if the hands and the front foot have gotten farther apart and your upper half seems to be moving one way while the lower half is moving the opposite. Okay, there's that stretch. Okay, so one of the things I usually try to use to help reinforce that is a bat or usually a piece of PVC, and I have them put it on their shoulders while they get into their stance. Now, the goal is to keep this flat against the chest so that you move it with your shoulders and not with your arms, okay? So, what I try to get them to do is to go through their stride to their heel plant and try not to have this turn, okay? We don't want it to turn with our lower half. We want it to stay or turn the opposite direction. So it'll look like this. You can see how my lower half has started to turn, but my upper half has not. Okay? That's good separation. Okay? And you'll feel tension. When we feel tension, we gotta release tension. Okay? So here's what it looks like to do it poorly. See how everything's turning together? Okay? That's one piece. We want the body to operate more in two. Okay? So that's one way I try to reinforce that. Okay? Another way that you can do, and there's a few variations of this. Okay, I use one of these little rollers, okay, and the whole goal, okay, is to get in the stance, okay, with the front foot on the roller, feel the roller, feel your foot just roll down, and once it lands, to feel the hands remain back as the lower half starts to turn, okay, so watch that again. Front foot's here, All it simply does is roll down, land while the lower half starts to turn. Okay, the upper half stays back, the hands are still back. Okay, what some will see is this. Okay, that's bad. Okay, see how the hands went forward also? Okay, we want them to remain back. Okay, so you can do this. You can use this drill. You can do this with just getting to that heeled position. You can do this drill while hitting balls off the tee. You can also do this drill with live pitches. Okay, I've done them all 3 different ways. So any way you can do that, it's a way you continue to reinforce better habits and better use of your body. If you just use your body correctly, a better swing just happens. Okay, so if you haven't already, like and subscribe my page. Check out some of the other videos. I've got a lot of other useful information on hitting, and there are going to be more to come. Also, I want to reiterate that I have now also available online training services. So if you're interested in possibly utilizing my training service, you can leave a comment down below. You can also go over to my Chambers Training YouTube or Facebook page, Chambers Training Facebook page. You can shoot me a message over there also. But again, if you can spend as much time reiterating and doing these repetitions, you'll start to really create different body movement and different results in the end. So thank you for watching my video, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.